Hey, good morning, guys. It is October 15th, and Chambers is in, well, you know what? I did the 14th. I meant to do the 15th, and I did the 14th because I didn't do it yesterday. So let's do the 14th, and then I'll come back and do the 15th in a minute. But this is where Chambers is talking, and sorry, it's Matthew 28. And it's Jesus says to the disciples, all power is given unto me. And then he says, go and teach all the nations. And so this, what we call the Great Commission in Matthew 28, 18 and 19, go into all the world, um, teaching them to obey my commands, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And Chambers kind of clarifies what it means to be a missionary. And a lot of times we focus on the go without focusing on the underlying tank of fuel that's taking us. I don't even know if that's correct. The real mission, the mission we think is the going part, and the mission is more of the knowing. More knowing, less going. Well, more knowing leads to going. If you give me a minute and I'll explain here. If you've ever heard the expression putting the cart before the horse, we say it and it just rolls off our tongue, and we don't think about it. Like obviously a horse-drawn carriage, the horse is hooked up to this linkage that pulls the carriage. Can you imagine the opposite, like putting the cart in front and then trying to hook up a horse? And what it means is the cart doesn't pull the horse pulls the cart. And I think what happens sometimes with this missions calling is that we put the cart before the horse, and the drawing part, the part that actually has the power, is the knowing, and the going part, sharing, and discipling. That's the cart. So what has the power? Well, Jesus says it in Matthew 28:18. All power is given unto me. He's got the power. And so the knowing part, understanding, knowing Jesus, having intimate relationship with Jesus, drives the going. And sometimes we get that wrong. We think, and it's because we're works based, we think, oh, if I do this, Jesus will be pleased. If we do this as a church, Jesus will be pleased. If we send, if we go, Jesus will be pleased. And that's totally backwards. It's the cart before the horse. Let me read some of the Chambers comments here. So the basis of missionary appeals is the authority of Jesus Christ, not the needs of the heathen. The basis is not the fact that they need something in some nether region of the world. That's not the appeal. The appeal is Jesus has all authority and he's sending me. So I need to stay attached to this authority. Otherwise, I get off into a very dangerous place. He does not say, Chambers says here, he does not say the heathen will be lost if we do not go. He simply says, go, ye therefore, and teach all nations. Go on the revelation of my sovereignty. And so, sometimes we get into this really, a little bit of a pompous mindset that if I don't go, it won't happen. And I don't know that that's the case. The truth is, what we do know is that God told us to go. And because of my devotion to him, that's why I go. I don't go because they need me over there. I go because he said to. He said to go, that's why I go. And so my devotion to him makes me go. Sometimes this can be a real distraction because we see need and we say, oh, the need is so plentiful. The need is everywhere. And I think the trick to that is don't look at the need, look at the sender, the person who is sending. And that person who is sending will make clear where we focus our efforts. And so, because you're right, we are right, the need is everywhere. I must take time to worship the being whose name I bear, Chambers says here. Again, the source, the authority is the one whose name we bear. The rest is just where he wants us. Jesus did not say go into Jerusalem. Listen to this. Jesus did not say go into Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria, but he says, ye shall be witnesses unto me in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and the uttermost. He actually says you'll be witnesses of me. He doesn't say go. He says you're going to be witnesses when you are there. When you go to those places, you're going to be witnesses to me. And so I think sometimes we, again, get the cart before the horse. The going sounds really exciting to us. And the knowing part, knowing his authority and what he's doing. If ye abide in me and my words abide in you, that is the way to keep going in our personal lives. The Chamber says here. Yeah, going versus knowing. I think the knowing takes care of the rest. So anyway, hope it's an encouragement to you guys. Have an awesome day.